everyone, and welcome to a very special night at the Cardinal Sports Complex. It's the season opener for the girls soccer team in 2020 as they host the Armstrong Falcons. Joe Yund, Howie Shapiro, very happy to see kids competing at the high school level again.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier in the day, it's just the fact to watch these kids do what they love to do and to be able, with all the craziness that's going on in this country and from the pandemic to other things, it's so nice to get a break from all that and just have some sort of normalcy in life. And this is going to be fun. This should be a good one. Both teams are very excited to start this season.
Some different protocols, some different schedules for the teams due to the pandemic, but they do get a season in of soccer. Cardinals with the opening kick have the wind and the sun. They're back in the first half. And Coach John Caron's squad hoping that they can take advantage of it early. A team they beat to open the season last year 3-1.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to talk to Coach Caron the other day, and he just really likes the mix of this team. He's got a strong senior presence, Joe, but he's got a lot of younger players that have mixed in well. And now he's going to see, with all that hard work that's paid off, before this season started, how this team will come together.
Well, far fewer reps for all of these girls than a normal year, with summer seasons being delayed and changed, obviously. But just 7 practices for the varsity squad, able to get tryouts in mid-August, so just 2 weeks ago. 7 practices, and the season is underway. A slightly condensed year, but Coon Rapids is hoping for a big one as Molly Knobloch moves it up the middle, stopped up and turned around by the Falcons.
Yeah, they'll play 11 games, Joe, and obviously, as you mentioned, abbreviated, but they hope to accomplish a lot in those 11 games.
Tara Beza with a steal along the corner, trying to get around the corner on McAllister. Pass was broken up, but this one fed back toward the net again. Wynn settles it for the Cardinals just outside the 18-yard box. Played back to Bailey Payne, inside and back out from Tara Beza, and now turned over back to the Falcons deep in their own end. Bella Bolcock on the near sidelines. Challenged by Tara Beza, who uses her body to take it away. Played back for Payne into the middle. Rory Ritzenaya trying to reverse to the left side of the field. That's stopped up by the Falcons again and steered up the field by Tori Thomas. Coon Rapids with good possession. This all started off the opening kick, able to get it in deep, and have been on the opposite side of midfield for the first almost 2.5 minutes before finally allowing the Falcons to get a little bit of breathing room and throw in for them on the far side.
It's always interesting as you talk about the coaches, what do you expect out of this season? Because I'm not sure anybody really knows what to expect, but Coach Caron said we just want to build off our last year's success and focus on becoming a team, and I think that's what their #1 goal is here, just to build that chemistry and play together as a team.
Long through ball headed away by Anderson, pushed back upfield by the Falcons, but out on the far side. A throw in for the Cardinals. Look at head coach Carrie Torgerson.
And she coached in Anoka. When I talked to her, I said I knew your name sounded familiar because she did coach in Anoka for many years. She's actually a alumni of Armstrong. She came back to her alma mater.
Yeah, I do.
Coon Rapids able to bump it on ahead. Some body contact there and a foul called. A little too much shoulder from Grace Stevenson, and a free kick.
Of course, there's head coach John Caron, his 2nd season. Right, Joe? Yeah, 2nd season.
Correct.
Yeah. Good guy. Provided us with a lot of information. We certainly appreciate it. He's pretty excited about what these young ladies bring to the pitch.
Settling it in the middle of traffic is Sarah Osborne. She's tripped up. Another penalty called against Coon Rapids. And a free kick from just on the offensive side of midfield.
We'll see it again.
For the Armstrong Falcons.
Yeah, she held on to her.
Jenna Bloom will do the honors for Armstrong. Worked to the right side and booted away by the Cardinal defense. Great speed down the wing, trying to feed it ahead for Knoblech. Played out of bounds off of Armstrong. Great movement downfield by Cecilia Kostic.
Yeah, and she's just a freshman, and Coach Karen talked about her. She's one of the bright spot of this this program, a young lady who's contributing at a young age, getting a start for the varsity.
Well, Coon Rapids very physical very early against Armstrong, and trying again to pin him in deep for prolonged periods of time. Really haven't seen a shot attempt even, but good time in the offensive end, moving the ball around. Spinning attempt by Tara Beza goes wide.
Armstrong with the goal kick. You talked about Coon Rapids doing a fairly good job of controlling it down in the Falcon end early on.
Steal in the middle by Ritzenaya, plays it over for Jimenez. Back now for Kostic. Jimenez again. Trying to go across, broken up by Bob Bocock. In the middle with it for Armstrong is Orstad. Stopped up right at midfield, waiting for her teammates to get in the right spot. That one stopped up by Cardinals on defense again. Jimenez trying to move it forward, but turned around by the Falcons. Tori Thomas bodied off the ball by Kostic. Kostic trying to get it near side. That stopped up by McAllister, but Coon Rapids able to recover. Pass up the near side and out of bounds just in front of the Armstrong bench.
You know, what'll be interesting is not only this game, but the boys' game later unfolds. Armstrong used to playing on that turf where they come here to Coon Rapids, now play on the grass. By the way, the field looks phenomenal. I saw you were out with that bush mower earlier getting the fine tuning of the grass in. It's nice of you to volunteer.
On the yardage lines are there, but only for band and cheer and dance line.
And fond memories of Friday Night Lights on this field for at least obviously this year. We'll get them.
But
we'll
a
get
lot
them
less
again.
paint.
Yeah.
On the field than would be normal this time of year. You don't get the full green soccer field effect with only the yellow lines, but it looks cleaner.
It looks very nice.
An opportunity here for Armstrong. Kick from a great spot. They'll put 4 players to the left side up high for the kick by Jenna Bloom. She's got 1 down on the right. She'll go direct and she'll score.
That was a beautiful kick. Nice placement. Had enough height on the ball to get over the keeper. Elena Hedlund. And Armstrong scores first here in this 2020 season. Yeah, she kicked that exactly where she needed it to be.
No chance for Swanson to get a glove on it.
A beautiful loft.
And despite having the advantage in time of possession, Coon Rapids finds themselves trailing early in. A little less than 8 minutes expired when that one was scored. Elena Hedlund in goal, excuse me.
Just wanted to make sure. Because they both have 0.
Well, Hedlund's actually number 5 on my roster. I should have double-checked the Shapiro official roster.
That's right. And I should have told you that he said his goaltenders will be wearing 0.
Okay.
So we're both to blame.
And it's the first game.
Exactly. Just wait.
First shot. Terabeza can't keep it in near midfield. And Armstrong will have the throw it. Coon Rapids possessing on the left side. Push deep into the corner, a cross attempt.
Both players falling hard to the ground, but they're both okay.
Knobloch just not quite able to get there in time and save it. Another goal kick for Armstrong.
Yeah, and she took the worst of that too. I think she got a boot to the back.
Menez jumped on that. Now Ritzenaya plays it back for Lodato. Ahead too far for Stevenson, and another throw in for the Falcons just over 10 minutes in. Out of bounds to the Cardinals. Sarah Force, the first substitution for the Cardinals. She'll give Stevenson a break on that left wing. This one booted ahead, but the Cardinal defense able to turn it around quickly right to Force. Force pushes it far on the right side. Picked up there by McAllister, challenged by Terabeza, and it'll be a throw-in for the Falcons.
McAllister did a nice job of actually kicking it off Terabeza to keep possession for her squad.
Cardinal throw in. Falcons get the steal from Isabel Anderson. Along the sideline is Bocock and plays it ahead, but taken away by the Cardinals. Able to turn it back near center. Terabeza trying to get it ahead, stopped up again by Anderson. Jimenez recovers, looking for Force. Force able to get it behind Picka, head back the other direction. Her pass taken away though, and moved ahead by Bloom, and she's pushed, and another free kick.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals have done a pretty nice job here. They're just not getting any opportunities to get a shot on net, but I think they've controlled for the most part the action down in the Armstrong end. They just need to figure out what they can do offensively to get some good looks at the goal.
This one headed back toward the middle of the Coon Rapids defense, turned around, and then right back in by McAllister, settled by Orstad. Able to get it in the middle for Osborne. Back to the near side, and the Falcons trying to attack. Pushed back out. Right back on the attack comes Armstrong. Pass taken away. Moved along, but turned Terabeza around. She's not able to get past McAllister. McAllister back into the middle. big collision there. A couple of players go down, merging with it for Armstrong, and then being knocked off, it was Osborne. Forrest plays it back for Jimenez. And a slow roller out in front of the Armstrong bench. Throw in for the Falcons. Terabeza pressures, forces the turnover out of bounds. Coon Rapids a chance to try and move, but right off the throw-in, a takeaway for Armstrong. Cardinals able to get it back, play ahead, headed right back their direction, and lost out of bounds by Belaboka. Payne's throw wide to Terabeza. Armstrong able to force it back ahead again and slowed by Anderson. Moving around was Knobloch into the corner for Terabeza. Slow roller, battle into the corner, it will stop. Terabeza able to gain possession and then play it out off of a charging Bocock to get Coon Rapids to throw in deep in the corner.
Well, the Armstrong defender was hoping that ball was going to go out of bounds. She was shielding against Terabeza, but it just stopped in the corner. Of course, kind of goes downhill in that corner over there.
It's not supposed to do that.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say. It's just an optical illusion.
This one played into the middle. Shot right into the chest of Kendall Thurston. Settled by the Falcons and moved along by Tori Thomas. Along the sideline for Osborne. Cleared back up the line by the Cardinals. And finally, unable to keep it in. We'll see Wynn checking in for the Cardinals.
Almost 17 minutes gone by, and Armstrong holding that 1-0 lead.
Ritzenaya challenging and winning the ball back, but cleared right back out of bounds by the Cardinals. Force was pulled back there.
A little bit.
Could tell that wasn't her force. She might have held her a little bit. Oh, do-si-do. Love it. Cardinals with another throw-in a little deeper in. Have not been able to get good possessions and set things up off of their throw-ins yet. The one goal coming on a free kick by the Falcons just about 8 minutes in. It's the only shot on goal for either team. It's the only shot attempted by the Falcons. Cardinals have one shot attempt. It went wide.
Yeah, and again, like we've talked about,
and a handball called. This is going to be a big spot for the Cardinals to have a free kick just on the corner of the 18-yard box.
We'll see what
Anna Kepke will come up to take it.
Yeah, great spot for Coon Rapids here if they can make something happen.
6 players in the box. They go to that back corner over everybody and out of play. A goal kick coming up for the Falcons.
Well, I like the thought. They had numbers in front of the net. Unfortunately, that was a little bit too much on that kick as it sails to the corner.
Wynn tried to intercept the goal kick, but just missed. It is stopped up and turned around by Hosick. Ahead for Wynn. Wynn with a little bit of room, trying to play it across for Force. Intercepted by Picka. And then taken right back by Knobloch. Knobloch circles, looks for help, finds Ritzenaya. That got away from her a little bit. Cleared back to empty space, turned around by Hosick. And right back from McAllister. Falcons with the numbers, able to win the ball back. Unable to keep it in on the sideline, though, was Sarah Osborne.
Armstrong has to feel pretty good. I mean, they're coming off a season where they're looking to strive to have some gains this year, and to get off here to a 1-0 lead, they have to feel pretty good about the start to the season for them here so far.
Ava Kerr checking in on the pitch for the home team. This one sent in deep, and it'll be scooped up by the keeper. And Smith looks to distribute. Will punt high up the middle. Wynn able to get there and send it back the Cardinals' direction. Turned around by Anderson. High loft into the Coon Rapids end. Headed forward by the Falcons. Collision in the middle, incidental. And coming away with it, moving it along is Tara Beza. For Tara Beza was Peyton Taylor. And it's out, tapped out as the pressure was coming, so Cardinals with a throw it.
Yeah, Jenna Bloom did a nice job using her speed to get to the ball and getting an opportunity for the defense to set up.
Tara Beza in at the feet of Ritzenaya, plays it back to her. Back for Lucy Wynn. Into the middle, Knobloch looking for a way to turn. Finds Ritzenaya, the one-timer, not as much as she wanted on it. It trickles in on goal, and a pretty easy save for Smith.
I don't know if she didn't strike the ball well enough, or if a defender got a little bit of a piece of that.
It was a nice setup, though.
Yeah, very nice.
3 good, clean passes off the throw-in. And a great look for Rory Ritzenaya. This one pushed way deep, and Hedlund will scoop it up. Griffith looking for room for Coon Rapids. That was broken up, turned around. Falcons trying to build an attack down the right wing. Orstad challenged. And ball lost out of bounds to Armstrong. Great effort, though, from Ava Kerr.
Maddie Reinhardt and Jamie Jimenez coming back in for the Cardinals.
A little more than midway through this first half. The only goal on a free kick for Armstrong by Jenna Bloom in the 8th minute. Coon Rapids should feel pretty good about what they've been able to do. Maybe a bit concerned about what has not worked, particularly the amount of turnovers off their throw-ins. But they've been able to possess the ball better. They've defended pretty well. And as I say that, numbers for the Falcons coming in. A clear attempt went off a Cardinal body, and a setup near side for Pocock, taken away by Wynn. And Wynn with a little bit of room down the wing. Ahead for Reinhardt. Taken back by McAllister and into the middle for Orstad. Orstad will push it along. That's stopped up. And that's going to be a foul.
It's going to go against McAllister. A little bit.
Tori Thomas, but.
Is it Tori Thomas?
A little bit of a bump. Knobloch turns and faces, moves it along, out of the reach of Jimenez. Anderson back into the middle, and Jimenez with the steal. Reinhardt trying to tap it back for Knobloch. And Coon Rapids was offside.
Yeah.
I think she ever got past Jenna Bloom. I wasn't watching the line.
No, nor wearing a yellow shirt.
It's not my color, especially the
It
bright
washes
yellow.
you out. It washes you out is what it really does.
Perry Thompson moves it ahead. Tied up is Thurston. And Coon Rapids clears it out for a throw-in by the Falcons.
Red's in the house.
That is not at all surprising.
No, good to see Red.
Good pressure from the Falcons here, but cleared away by Kepke out on the far side. This one out the end line, it'll be a goal kick for Coon Rapids. Kepke awaits the whistle. A couple of substitutions made. Pass interrupted by Orstad. Wynn wins it right back for the Cardinals. Ahead, Reinhardt with a race, but McAllister there in plenty of time. Nice sidestep to get around. Good acceleration. Pushes it ahead. Settled there by Osborne. And worked back near side, but out of bounds off the foot of Pickup. Wynn trying to dance around. Pickett taps it out. Reinhardt might get a whistle for that.
Let me see what happens if I run over you.
Well, again, Coon Rapids has been a far more physical presence, and it's been effective for them.
Yeah,
a little too much.
Well, she couldn't stop herself, and she goes, well, I might as well finish it. Yeah, but they're, and you know, I like to see them play a little bit of physical. Obviously not like that, but
I'm all right with that. Free kick from midfield. But it was obviously not intentional.
No, obviously.
But they are being aggressive, and I like that.
I do as well.
Well, and so far, again, possession-wise, they've done a great job.
They have.
Clearly, Armstrong's got some very, very talented players, and they've been able to move it along as well. But McAllister smartly lets it go out, takes the free throw. A pause as they get Libby Plath onto the pitch in place of Maddie Orsted. Pickup plays it up. Field, it was taken away but then lost out of bounds. Oh no, it did get tipped away out of bounds, away from Kerr. Rapids throw-in stayed right on the line again, hoping, thinking it was going to go out. Instead, the Coon Rapids Cardinals able to gain possession back.
It's that home field
Good
advantage.
speed around the corner by Kerr, plays it ahead, and here's Knobloch, overstepped it a little bit, able to come back to it now.
Yeah, she's been able
Looking,
to
spinning,
control.
more options, draws 3 defenders. Little give and go, trying to get behind the defender, and that is no whistle. Knobloch slow to get up.
Oh, yeah, she's
still down. Wynn puts it in on goal, and stopping it up is Sydney Smith.
Yeah,
and
that's,
Knobloch.
Let's see what happens here.
And that's a pretty solid body check inside the box. Should be a PK right there. And she is still down and in some pain, and that is not good. She looked outstanding these first few minutes.
She may have not the wind knocked out of her.
Back to her knees, which is a good sign.
She may have had the wind knocked out of her. Looks like she was holding her stomach. Hopefully that's all it is. She's laughing, so that's good. That's good to see.
Jeremy's got a face shield.
Yes.
The COVID protocol.
It's kind of cool because it has a little windshield wiper on it for when it rains. It's pretty cool. I liked it. I don't think you can see it.
So of course Knobloch has to come off because play was stopped.
She's still holding her stomach a little bit, so hopefully that's she's okay.
Rory Ritzenaya will check back in her stead. Cardinals with a corner kick. Not sure how they ended up with the corner kick. I missed something.
I missed it as well.
There's the shot in on goal, and I think Coach Torgerson is also asking why.
Yeah, she's asking for some sort of an explanation from one of our officials.
Or how Coon Rapids is lined up. Keeper kicked it out, I guess. I guess I lost track. I was paying more attention to Knobloch down on the turf than what happened to the ball after Smith made the save on the shot by Wynn.
Nice job heading the ball away by the Armstrong defense.
This time it's out the end line off the Cardinals. And another goal kick. For the junior goalkeeper, Sydney Smith, and the whistle blows instead. And our official wants to talk to the coaches.
Let's get some clarifications. This was a young team last year from Armstrong, and they've got all but one starter back. You know, they too, just like Coon Rapids, looking to develop some continuity as the season, short season, I should say, goes on. All right.
Well, the discussion was had. Decisions may or may not have been made.
We'll never know.
But the ball is back in play. And Coon Rapids is set to intercept Jimenez. Trying to sneak it through to the next line of defense, but the Falcons able to come back with the ball and get it back to center field. This is Osborne. Osborne near side for a streaking Ella Picker down the line. Picker challenged and is forced out of bounds by Kerr.
Nice job by Kerr, just to keep it wide, get it out of bounds, get an opportunity for her teammates to come back and set something up on in their end.
Terabeza and Payne back on the field for Coon Rapids as we're down into the final 10 of this first half. Into the middle, Wynn had a touch on it. Thomas feeds it back for Thompson. Thompson trying to get around the corner, met there by Kostick, tries to turn back inside. And it's sent out of bounds off of her, and the Cardinals retain possession. Smart, heady play from the Cardinals so far throughout this first half.
Well, like you talked about, I think they've been the better team so far here in the first half. They just haven't had any opportunities. And you've also touched upon the fact they've turned the ball over more than they would have liked to on those throw-ins. But I think Coach Karen has to be pretty pleased so far with the effort. Obviously, it doesn't like being down 1-0.
That one's off Koepke out the end line, and corner kick coming up for Armstrong. It is Care.
Care.
It's a niece.
Yeah.
It's a cousin to all the other Cares.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff Care. I kind of
The
figured, but
check's in the mail.
great set play right there. Over the top. And coming in to tap it home was Ella Pickup.
Well, again, we talked about the fact how well Coon Rapids played. It just takes a couple of opportunities. You saw the first one on that PK, and now this one, a great set play as they're able to get goal number 2.
Perfectly lofted ball for Morstad. Picka runs onto it, one touch to the back of the net.
Well, watch Hedlund. She tries to come out and get a hand on it, but it's just going to go over her reach.
Perfectly lofted, and loved the look on her face, celebrating her first goal of the season. And a 2-0 lead for the visiting Falcons. And Ritzenaya a little too physical, pressuring Osborne. Bloom boots it far side. Stopped up and turned around by Kostick, and she's held, so free kick for the Cardinals. Tracked down in the far corner, pushed out of play by Peyton Taylor.
So now as this first half winds down with a little less than 7 minutes remaining, Armstrong has to feel really nice about where they sit with a 2-0 lead. Obviously, they'll continue to try and build upon that, but if they can play solid defense and keep Coon Rapids off the board, and coming into that second half, they've got a good opportunity.
Armstrong, another throw in down deep. Pocock plays it back. Underneath it was Thompson. That's punched away by Hedlund. Another chance back to the near post. Clearing attempt isn't going to get out. Thompson will play it back. Skips away from Allison Pohl, and the Cardinals get a turnover. Playing it ahead, Ritzenaya rushing on, shielded off of it. And now Terabeza over in support. Able to get possession for the Cardinals. Jimenez trying to get through a couple of defenders. McAllister comes away with it. McAllister to midfield. Koepke turns it around for the Cardinals. Win in the middle. Jimenez stops. Near side for Payne. Back to Jimenez. It's off a hand, but play continues. Kept in. Stepping up for it is Kerr. Jimenez now looking for Ritzenaya. Ritzenaya trying to find some room against Anderson. Able to bump her off. Play it back out. Payne sends it in. A slow roller that's easily handled by Sidney Smith.
Yeah, again, they get a little presence down there, but they don't have the opportunity to get a clean shot on net.
Back for Payne on the near sideline. A little too far and in on Smith, and she'll scoop it up.
Yeah, just an easy opportunity for Smith. Is that one a little bit too much on it? Comes right to her.
Handful of substitutions for the Falcons, couple for the Cardinals. A little less than 3.5 to play first half. Armstrong with a 2-0 lead with a pair of set pieces in the 8th and 32nd minutes, respectively. Terabeza able to get around the corner on Anderson. Stops up, moves back, takes a shot, diving save out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick, but great moves.
Well, best chance.
And a good opportunity for Terabeza.
Best chance of the day for Coon Rapids. Did a nice job of getting that opportunity to get a good look at the net. Just going to try and chip it by her, but she gets a hand. Smith gets a piece of it.
Low to the middle. Ritzenaya had a touch on it. Terabeza able to win a battle. Again, it's going to go out off of Armstrong, so another corner kick attempt for Coon Rapids.
2 minutes remaining. The Cardinals trying to put a little pressure here, trying to cut this lead in half.
Well,
and it would be a huge goal for them if they could do it.
They've gone low looking for possession their first couple of attempts. Again, a relatively straight kick. This one from Kerr from a ways back, and it's handled by Smith. And that will relieve some of the pressure for the Falcons.
A good little burst for Coon Rapids. Unfortunately, they couldn't find the back of the net. Some good pressure put down in the Falcon end.
Jimenez again and gets a turnover for the Cardinals and sends it in deep. Scooped up again by Smith. Koepke stops it up at midfield. Wynn can't control. Moving it through was Taylor. Ritzenaya trying to get around the corner. Bumped by McAllister. McAllister, though, bumps it out of bounds. to Terabeza off the throw-in. Trying to sneak through a couple of defenders, interrupted and turned around. Torrey Thomas sends it ahead. Right back by Taylor. Recovered by the Falcons into the last 5, and that'll be played out of bounds. And Armstrong is going to the half with a 2-0 lead. They capitalize on a couple of set pieces. Coon Rapids has a lot of time of possession, but nothing to show for it. They trail 2-0 as we go to half. You're watching CTN's live coverage of the girls soccer season opener in 2020. Back at the Cardinal Sports Complex, a 2-0 lead for the Armstrong Falcons on a pair of set pieces. A free kick in the 8th minute, direct from Jenna Bloom over the top of the keeper. Put him on the board. Coon Rapids has had some good pressure, and that did not result in a call. But a corner kick in the 32nd minute, perfectly lofted from Orstad to Picka, and that put him on top by a 2-0 score. Coon Rapids has put pressure on, but nothing on the board just yet.
No, and that's the key. I mean, you can pressure them all day, and you can control the presence for the most part, but you got to put the ball in the back of the net.
Falcons able to get the first possession to start this second half. Coon Rapids disrupting things. Kepke moves it ahead for Payne, and Payne will push it into Knobloch. Knobloch back in and looking fine, and gets it into Terabeza in the corner, working against McAllister. Terabeza plays it back. Along it comes to Kepke. Taylor moves it near side. And Kostick can't get around the corner, lost it out of bounds, and the Falcons have it. Knobloch went down after the bump in the box and appeared to lose her wind, and Rory Ritzenaya, a little bit of a shove right there. Might get you a whistle
or two.
No card yet.
No cards.
And we talked about it. Coon Rapids wants to play physical. They're leaning. They're putting their body on them. They're pressuring them, making it hard for Armstrong. But it does lead to some penalties, and one that was costly, obviously, on the first goal off the free kick. This one just moved out of play by Taylor, allowed the defense to get back in numbers.
Yeah, that's a smart play. Just, wait for your teammates to come back, set up.
Bocock throws it in, looking for Osborne a little bit behind her. Coming over to help was Kepke, was stepping on the ball. It was Kostick, and the Cardinals end up losing it out, but okay. Another throw in deep. Oh, a free kick
Free
from
kick,
the corner.
yep.
So pretty much a corner kick, except it can be defended a little differently, obviously. That seems like a lot for 10 yards.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not wearing yellow. They'll play to the short post and it swings out of bounds. So a goal kick now for the Cardinals.
Yeah, not the strike she had planned.
Kepke into the middle, recovered by Ritzenaya. Ritzenaya will move it along. Poked away by McAllister. Payne intercepts for the Cardinals and pushes it along to Knobloch. Terabeza cutting through the middle, bumped off it by McAllister. Cardinals swarm to recover. Knobloch will gain possession and play it back. Swung in by Lodato and right back out by the Falcons.
Oh, they know how important it is to get a goal here relatively soon in this second half because they trail by 2. They want to try and cut it in half early so they can put continued pressure on.
Ritzenaya trying to find her way through the middle, and that was unsuccessful. Terabeza from a ways out gets up underneath it and sends it up out of play. A goal kick coming up for the Falcons. Kostick steps up, breaks it up, plays it back for Lodato. Trying to get it to Payne, but intercepted by Thomas and played out of bounds.
Well, the Cardinals are attempting to put some pressure on here early in this second half. The Falcons haven't really had a presence yet down in the Cardinal end.
So cleared away out of danger by Picka. Coon Rapids a throw in. Quick turn by Knobloch, a little too much on it. Terabeza battling with McAllister as they near the other sideline. Nice spin move to find some room, crosses again. And that one out of reach and out of play along the end line.
Yeah, a little bit.
Another goal kick coming up.
A little bit too much on that.
Good thought.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, the first cross had a little too much on it. Terabeza able to find some room and is well over the head of Knobloch coming back the other way. Force able to get in and break things up. Get it into Terabeza, who settled it down. Gets around McAllister off the post. Pickett trying to clear. The Cardinals touched it before it made it out of bounds, so it was a throw in the other way, but Coon Rapids able to steal it right back, at least momentarily.
What a great chance as that ball hit the post.
Ritzanaya's pass rolls out. Yeah, great battle for Terabeza to find room and just planted and put it hard across and right off of that post. Hedlund trying to get it to Payne. Payne struggling with Torrey Thomas. Able to come away with possession and get it to Ritzenaya. Ritzenaya trying to play it up, and it spun off the right side of her foot, out of play, and another throw in for Armstrong.
About 7 minutes gone by here in half number 2. Cardinals looking for their first goal of the season as they trail 2-0. give Armstrong credit when, you talk about those set plays when they needed him to count, they made it happen.
Really the only two really shots they've had, and really good, only two opportunities, and they've cashed in. Coon Rapids trying to build an attack in the offensive end. Ritzenaya has to come back to regain possession and lost away to the Falcons. They'll try and turn it upfield. Clear attempt was stopped up, but instead they'll play it along to Force. Menez with speed down the wing. Ahead for Knobloch. Knobloch ran into a little too much traffic, or did she? Apparently she's called for the hold.
She looked at the officials and held up her arms. What did I do? She's getting an explanation from one of our...
Well, she's getting a warning for stopping right in front of the ball. And
a little bit of explaining what's going on.
Cleared out by Kepke. Throw in a little too high, but it may work out. Cross it, shot in deep, handled by Hedlund.
That was a fastball she grabbed.
Payne able to get through some traffic, ahead for Knobloch on the right side. Trying to get around the corner and does. And then it's smothered by Smith right in front of her.
Well, she has some speed getting around that edge, and she took, I think she took a knee to the gut. Got that speed coming around it.
She's got a little bit too far in front of her before she could really strike the ball clean. She's a little shaken up again, second time in the game. Menez able to take it from Morstad and move it along to Ritzenaya.
Well, the Cardinals have owned the first 10 minutes of the second half. They just haven't been able to put anything in the back of the net, but they've certainly controlled possession to start the second half.
Kostick gets around the corner with speed, crossing with the left foot, spun out of play, and another goal kick. Well, we saw that in the first half. They were the better possession squad.
They were.
They definitely held territory better, were more physical, won more 50-50 balls. All of those things were fine.
It's just nothing on the scoreboard.
The scoreboard was not indicative of their play, perhaps. But Armstrong, again, give him credit, cashing in when the opportunities arose. Knobloch looking for some room. Now we'll try to cross for Terabase, but too far in front of her, and it's handled by Smith.
There's Red's in the house. Look at that mask he's got. It's a Cardinal face mask. I love it, Red. Way to represent. Good to see Red.
Anderson running with it for Armstrong, trying to get it ahead for Thurston, and it's out of bounds. Cardinal, no, Armstrong throwing.
Yeah.
Race pressured in the far corner, but out off of the attacking player, so it'll be a Coon Rapids throw in. Lalesa Ramna Race.
I like it.
And she awaits the throw in as we make some more substitutions. I saw Belinda Griffith coming in. Out off of Jimenez. Thurston plays it back to McAllister. Trying to get it ahead. Broken up by Kepke right back out of bounds, but Coon Rapids throw in as it was off the Armstrong player, and now this time Coon Rapids will retreat and defend.
Yes, they will.
Osborne. Near side, it's Merrill trying to get around the corner, cut back against Wynn, bumped off it. No whistle, and then there was a whistle.
Yeah,
Initially it wasn't whistled, then it was, and this is going to be a free kick from a dangerous spot for the Armstrong Falcons.
Yeah, the Cardinals cannot afford to go down 3-0 here. This is a great opportunity for Armstrong to build this lead. Pressure on Hedlund.
They go direct again. It's over the goal off the crossbar, and it'll be a Coon Rapids goal kick.
Nice reverb.
Let's get up, Brad!
Osborne steps up, breaks up the outlet for the Cardinals. A couple of passes strung together and then taken away by Kepke. Kepke had her pocket picked. And a little pushing and shoving, and this time the call's going to go against Cecilia Kostick. High loft in and knee toward the net and scooped up by Hedlund. Hedlund trying to get it out while they've got so many numbers in deep, but Osborne will regain possession for the Falcons. McAllister challenged by Terapeza, able to get around her. Her pass taken away by Kepke. Right back by Osborne. Osborne had it poked free by Kerr. Pass along was stopped up. Wynn gets it to Terapeza. Terapeza now. Into the corner for Peyton Taylor. Belinda Griffith, sorry. Guessing, and I'm trying. Bear with me, it's game one.
It is game one. We've been away from it for a little bit. Although we did get a chance to do a fair amount of baseball this summer, which was great.
A few
a little softball as well.
Just a handful.
Yeah, which was fun.
Terapeza trying to work her way around the corner, but it's going to end up a corner kick for the Falcons.
What classes start next week?
Orientation next week,
Yeah.
and then distance learning the following week,
Yep.
and hybrid learning by the end of the month. If everything stays on schedule.
Correct. It'll be interesting. Interesting year, not to say the least.
Well, you know, initially when things happened, it was definitely sad for the class of 2020.
Yes, for sure.
But really the class of 2021, I was looking at a year that, I mean, almost all disappeared as opposed to just that spring season. Or depending on what happens.
Right.
As far as, not the sports maybe, we're keeping our fingers crossed, all sports go on, all winter sports
Absolutely.
go on, and everybody stays healthy, and you know, we have football in the spring, baseball in the summer. We're definitely hopeful for all of that, but you know, it's definitely going to be different. I mean, prom, just the whole senior year, all of those other activities, all the pep fests, all the other things that you would normally, you know, have as your senior year to remember. The class of 2021 will have very little of it. Who knows what future grades will have behind them.
The world has changed as we know it, and it's just a matter of, I mean, it's kind of a as we go as we go attitude, because we don't know what's going to happen. And it's just the fact that we're out here doing some soccer tonight is
It's a beautiful
great.
thing. It's a win that everybody gets to play.
Yep.
And enjoy it as long as it possibly lasts. It does, I think, maybe more than ever make those memories that much more sweet.
Oh, I would think so. I would think so. I mean, you'll always remember, especially obviously class of 2020, you'll always remember the odd senior year that you had and didn't want to turn out the way it did, but you look back at it, and I'm sure there's some things that you'll remember fondly as well.
Coon Rapids with an opportunity, a free kick in a good spot here. Serve it into the traffic near the back post, off of bounce, headed back toward the net. Falcons able to push it wide at least. Spinning it forward was Peyton Taylor. Recovered back to Wynn. Tried to poke it to Edward Knobloch to play. Knobloch on it there along with Stevenson. Knobloch again, a shot, got underneath it and sent it through the uprights. Another goal kick upcoming.
Again, continuing to get some pressure. But again, that still a goose egg on the scoreboard.
Some of the pressure just thwarted there by Thornton, and then
Thwarted by Thornton. That's a tough one.
Or I'm sorry, that was Anderson, but then great defense by Osborne, just shielding the ball and able to poke it away from a couple of attackers for the Cardinals. Wynn pokes it away from the defender and in again, where Smith comes running out and scoops it up. Smith serves it to center. And a collision coming away with it is Osborne. That one played in behind, but well offsides. It was number 39, who we do not have a name for.
Yeah, we never.
Any of our rosters, unfortunately. She's been a factor. I've wanted to say her name, but she's number 39.
She is.
And she was offside. A good play by Kepke to just step up. She saw it developing. Let the attacking player go on by before the strike. So, and Headland would have covered it anyhow. It was far enough that she had the play on the ball. But Knobloch back the other way to Ritzenaya. Ritzenaya trying to get it back in front of Knobloch, but too far, and Smith will scoop it up. A little more than midway through this second half. 2 goals for Armstrong in the first, both on set plays. A direct free kick in the 8th minute by Jenna Bloom, and then Ella Picca on the redirect of the Maddie Orsted corner kick in the 32nd minute.
you can kind of say in some ways that Coon Rapids has really controlled the game, but Armstrong has controlled the score.
I think you could say it in exactly that way if you would like.
Thank you.
Because it was pretty accurate.
Okay, I'll stick to it.
Bocock challenged by Wynn. Plays it back for Thurston. Her pass taken away by Ritzenaya. Ritzenaya pushes it ahead. Reinhardt running on. Booted away by Smith and recovered by McAllister, and she just pushes it to the sideline and out.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous, setting the ball gone the right way.
Called the foul on the Cardinals behind. I don't know if Reinhardt collided with Smith or what exactly happened, but instead it'll be a free kick for the Falcons. Kepke heads it back towards center. Ritzenaya trying to settle. She's bumped there and tangles with Orstad. Ends up going down, and yet Ritzenaya gets the foul. Touched by Thurston to the back corner, overrun a bit by Thomas. And the Cardinals run back the other way. Griffith ahead for Reinhardt, bodied by McAllister along the sideline. Not able to keep it in bound. And McAllister, not the biggest player out there, but she's physical.
Oh, she is.
She's feisty.
Yeah.
I like it.
I do as well.
Cardinals trying to attack on the near side this time, poked away by Picka. And it went off of the attacking Cardinal player, Grace Stevenson. Get back into 39, gets it on the right side to Bocock. Bocock steps back to center to Thurston. Now Orstad in the middle, ahead to 39 off her heel. And recovered for the Cardinals by Taylor. Ritzenaya takes over at midfield. Room to run, got too far ahead of her. McAllister pokes it away and out of danger. Urgency is key.
It is now.
At this point, trailing by 2.
Yeah, 15 minutes remaining. That's why I know the Cardinals were hoping that they, that first 10 minutes they applied a lot of pressure, but just couldn't score. They were looking to get on the board early, but couldn't do it.
Free kick by Kepke. Goes direct, bobbled by Smith.
Yeah, Smith came out and got.
Knobloch had a chance at the free ball, kicked it right back into her.
Yep. She made sure she grabbed a hold.
Hosick ahead for Reinhardt. McAllister comes away with it for the Falcons. Off the foot of Osborne. Kepke plays it back for Hosick ahead, and now back, and now Kepke puts a little more boot in it, gets it behind the last line of defense, and the Cardinals on the attack, but it's poked away out of danger by Bloom.
Tara Beza and Kerr back in for Coon Rapids.
Ritzenaya in the corner trying to cross, too deep. Out of play, corner kick. Clock ticks under, 13 minutes remaining. Knobloch with it for Coon Rapids. Trying to find a little bit of room to run around Marolik. Shot attempt off a different body. Reinhardt's attempt blocked by Bloom. Reinhardt recovers, back for Lucy Wynn. High lofted shot goes wide, not a play, and a goal kick.
Again, got a nice little space in the middle there, but not able to get a shot on net.
And time continues to tick off the clock, taking us ever closer to the end of this season opener. Ritzenaya pressured and grabbed on to Marolik, and it's another free kick for the Falcons.
Okay.
A chance in close, and a shot just up over the crossbar by Osborne. That's the best opportunity of the game for Armstrong in free play.
Yeah, definitely in free play. And then there was a great hustle there too, just to get the opportunity to get the shot off. See it again.
Knobloch tried to chip it over to Terabeza, a little bit behind her, and back the other way come the Falcons. Payne pressured by Thompson. Cardinals will reset on the back end. Moved ahead by Hosick. Settled by Terabeza into the middle for Knobloch. Knobloch trying to chip it back where she's got two runners. That one just a little too far in front of Payne. And just not giving a chance for Terabeza to run onto it. Like the numbers. Passing is good. Remember, just 7 practices.
Not a lot. That's not a lot. I mean, you're trying, and again, you're trying to build some chemistry. It's hard to do in 7 practices, and let alone 11 games.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Very start. Thurston called for the bump on Jimenez. Into the final 10 as Koepke boots it. Knobloch has a good touch. Pass was deflected. Knobloch continues to battle. This one's going to end up out of play. Right at the feet of our official.
Sarah Force coming to the game for Coon Rapids. One of 3 freshmen on this squad, 2 of them in the starting lineup.
Forced to be reckoned.
Yeah. Oh.
Good family. Son Tyler or brother Tyler would be a senior this year.
Yep.
So same age as Aaron, and known them for a long time. Baseball player. Knobloch trying to force a pass through. Again, it's intercepted. She goes down to a knee and slow to get up. This one played back in. Stopped up by Bloom, not able to clear it. Now has a little bit of room to run. Challenged by Jimenez. And she's taken down, and that'll draw another whistle. And now she is going to take her time on the turf.
See what happened. I'm not sure what happened at that point, but she's okay. She's getting up. See.
Yeah, it does look like she automatically grabs her knee
I think they
collided
yeah,
knee
they
to
collided
knee. It
knees.
looked
Oh,
like
that
her knee
hurts.
went backwards a little bit, and that's unfortunate.
Nobody needs that.
She's been a big piece of their defense and handling the free kick.
She
Had
looks
their
good.
first goal
Yeah.
of the year. Was able to jog off, so that's a very good sign. .8:01 on the clock as they stopped it. Referee's going to wave in the Coon Rapids subs before they restart.
Macy Lodato, Linda Griffith, and let's see who the third one was. Cecilia Kostick?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good job, Shapiro.
Thanks. Well, I can, it's nice. I know my numbers, and I can read names, so which is good. Nothing's been lost over the season.
For the most part.
For the most part,
those
yeah.
two most basic
Numbers,
of
names and numbers, we got them down as long as they're written there for us.
Job functions. Speak. Well, apparently I failed that one already.
It's the first game. We'll have to remind ourselves that.
Must know numbers.
Numbers and
names.
names. Numbers and names.
It's not always an easy task. The pronunciations
they
can be
tricky.
challenging. This one played ahead, and Terabeza was offside.
Kerr.
Well, and I obviously I watch a little bit of NHL playoffs. There's some fun names.
Oh, I bet there's some great names. That's
Boys game looks like we have some fun names to
got
say.
some really
on the
good
Coon
names.
Rapids
I like it.
Lineup. But Lalesa Ramnares
I like that. It's a great name.
is pretty fun name. So it's not always easy. Okay, it's a pretty easy job. Yeah, it's really easy.
Yeah.
It is. But if I convince people it's difficult, it justifies our being here for so long, correct?
It's so hard. It's the hardest things I've ever done.
Back at it. Back to the grindstone as the Falcons try to attack, broken up by Kostick, and Kostick will turn upfield on the near sideline. Kostick. Pass broken up by Anderson. Right back it comes for Bocock. Her pass taken away by Peyton Taylor. Up the middle, Knobloch behind the defense, trying to get Knobloch a chance to run onto it, but it's just into the 18-yard box and into the hands of Sydney Smith. Now with speed come the Falcons, and it's poked away out of bounds on the far side by Macy Lodato.
There you see the time remaining at 5:40. Cardinals definitely have their work cut out for them. This time is winding down.
Ooh, big collision as see who that was. Is that Grace Stevenson? No, it's Bella Payne.
Yeah, Bailey
but
Payne.
she shows no pain.
She does not.
Big
Relatively
collision
speaking.
there with Thurston. The Final Five brought to you by CTN. We have no sponsor, but if you're interested in sponsoring, please give us a jingle. 763-767-6526.
Ask for Neil.
Stopped up there by Kepke, cleared to the far side and out. Well, conveniently right to the ball girl. So
That worked out well.
she's well positioned. Positioned herself to be successful. Throw into the corner for Osborne. Osborne pass out off of Kepke, so a corner kick coming up for Armstrong. Set pieces. the key to their win.
Yep. Scored both their goals.
Free kick by Bloom. 221.
221, another partial sellout. The fans
That's
come
even
in
closer
droves.
to sellouts than normal, as capacity is now 250 fans.
Correct. So that's that's pretty close to a sellout, and obviously people.
It's actually a really good crowd, and it's a beautiful night to play. And obviously everybody in attendance has come to the realization of how special it is to be able to witness, to be able to see the girls play. This shot from a long way out by Bailey Payne didn't have a lot on it. Pretty easy save for Smith. And Armstrong hoping they can just salt away a victory here.
Yeah, nice.
People are saying stay spaced out.
Being safe.
Social distancing, masks, and more common areas, and they're going to make everyone exit and re-enter to recount.
Correct. Before
the boys' game of the doubleheader. Shapiro, you will not need to do so because you don't count.
That's true, I do not.
But just for these purposes, and every other purpose, you count twice.
So kind to me. So kind to the old man.
Cardinals, Tara Beza trying to plead her case and went on off of Armstrong. It will not be so. And we're down into the final moments. Just 140 seconds to go.
Well, you know, I mean, anything can happen in 2 minutes, quite obviously, but I think there are some positives that the Cardinals are going to be taken out of this game. And the fact that they controlled possession for the majority of the game and played good defense, they've got a few things they continue working. Except for the set plays.
Might want to work on their set play defense.
They know what they have to work on too. They know what's working for them.
A direct kick on the free kick is a direct kick. There's not much you can do about a very well placed ball. And the corner kick they scored on. Hats off to Coach Torgerson and her team, because it was beautifully executed.
Very well set up.
Oh, we're gonna add on a couple more seconds.
Put it right at 2 minutes.
Put it to 2:30.
2:30.
Tara Beza challenging, tipped away out of bounds. Played back, Kostick. Softball shot comes in for Smith to glove.
Yeah, an easy save for her.
Bailey Payne turns it around off the foot of Kepke. Knobloch behind for Tara Beza. And it got away from her where Smith could handle it. McAllister a little slow to get up. McAllister's had a great game defensively for Armstrong.
Yeah, she's mixed it up. She's everywhere.
Coming back to recover is Kepke in front of Thurston. Turns, trying to find a little bit of room. Knobloch steps around a poke check attempt. Back over for force. And Griffith's pass intercepted. This one, though, will go out of bounds off of Marilich. Not the result they were hoping for.
No, definitely not. They have, I mean, they have another 10 games, obviously, and they'll continue to fine-tune this team. Coach Karen will do so.
Osborne moves it to McAllister as we tick under 10 seconds remaining. Give and go, that one's booted out on the far side, and that'll just about do it. As the buzzer sounds, Armstrong will celebrate a road win, a little payback for the 3-1 loss they suffered on home turf to these Cardinals starting last season.
Yeah, and again, it's a nice way for them to start, a nice 2-0 win. We talked about they controlled the scoreboard, and the Cardinals had some opportunities, just couldn't get anything to go. There was a questionable non-call in that second half where it looked like there was a foul in close, but nothing was called. But nonetheless, they will regroup and continue on.
Well, we are back for the fall season. We have the boys soccer game that is the second half of this doubleheader. We've got girls tennis, another couple of soccer doubleheaders on the schedule in the near future. Set your reminder so you can watch live, or set your DVR so you can watch later, and always check us out on YouTube. But the final score tonight is Armstrong 2, Coon Rapids 0. We want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young saying